Morning, everyone. Thank you for starting the recording, Sarah.
You are welcome.
So yeah, I did send that out this morning. If you could check your spam mail, normally that's where it may go. So if you didn't receive the file, check your spam mail or junk mail. It's probably sitting in there waiting for you. So happy Friday, everyone. Thank God the weather's beautiful. Hope everyone's staying cool with these extreme hot temperatures lately. So today we're going to talk about this new application that's replacing the FUZE that all you all have been using since the start of SEBB back in 2020. And my name is Rob Light, and I probably have talked to most of you all when we first started the initial training in August of 2019. And I'm probably going to see you all during our open enrollment this year, as me and Sarah will be around the state of Washington conducting the open enrollment benefit fair. So, and those dates are October 31st to November 22nd. So a few things we're going to talk about today, like Sarah said, we're going to talk about how to access this HCA Support application. So this is replacing FUZE. So anytime you want to send secure documents to us, to our customer service reps, this is the way to go now. Logging in, how do you log into SAW account? We're going to talk about that. We're also going to discuss how to use the HCA Support application, which I understand from some BAs, it's a little easier than FUZE. With that, we're going to talk about how to make a request, how to view and reply to those requests that you submitted to Outreach and Training. Talk about the email notification, which is a plus compared to FUZE because you had to go back into FUZE to see if there was a change. This with this new application, it actually gives you a lot of email notifications when comments are added, when you create a ticket, and so on. And then there have been a few upcoming changes with the SEBB program, and we're going to talk about those and just give you some reminders in case you might have missed a Gov delivery. And then finally, we're going to talk about some reminders, tips, and resources to help benefit administrators in their roles. So like Sarah said, FUZE was a secure messaging system. So HCA Support application or portal is what you all going to be using now to submit your requests. So FUZE was replaced with HCA Support, and FUZE is no longer available as of last Thursday. Friday, we took the time to include the weekend to get this HCA Support secure messaging application up and ready to go. And please be patient because we're still learning the system. Our customer service reps are still learning the system. There's so many bells and whistles on our side, but on your side, it should be a lot easier. You'll experience that once you submit a request. So again, you must submit your questions, forms, and documents through the Outreach and Training using the HCA Support portal. Keep in mind that all closed and unresolved FUZE messages are still available in the HCA Support application. Our IT team is slowly trying to integrate all those old FUZE messages into this new application. So if you don't see it now, you don't see a history of your old FUZes, they're still working on that.
And one thing about that, I just want to say, we were in a meeting yesterday, or I mean this morning, and one thing about the unresolved FUZes or past FUZE messages being integrated and migrated over to HCA Support, their goal and timeline is to have everything over by the end of August. So just be patient. There's a lot, I think there's like 800,000 FUZes or something like that they're migrating over. So be patient if you don't see it. And if needed, you could always open up another ticket.
And keep in mind that they're not only migrating SEBB FUZes, they're also migrating PEB FUZes, which is a lot more than the SEBB program. So, and we're going to talk about the link for HCA Support, where it can be found and where you can go on there and register and create an account. All this was effective this Monday, July 25th. Can't believe we're already in August, Sarah. Wow.
I know. I was just saying that this morning.
Where's
crazy.
time going? I know. So there is a BA support guide or a quick reference guide for benefit administrators on the BA website. All you have to do is, here's the homepage. Go ahead and click on manuals. Under quick reference guide, you can click on the manuals blue link there, or you can click on the quick reference guide blue tab on top, and then click on manuals on the left-hand side, and then scroll down on that web page and you'll be able to see the HCA Support user guide that we're going to be taking you through today. Keep in mind that you must use the HCA Support link to access this portal. You can't just type in Secure Access Washington and try to get to the portal from there. It hasn't been added yet, maybe in the future, but as of now, this is the only way you can access it, through this link on the BA website. And you can save that to one of your favorites once you log in. So you'll see the HCA Support link at the very bottom for the user guide. And then this is what it looks like here. It has table of contents, all the information that we're going to cover today. So how do we access this HCA Support application? So first you want to locate it on the BA website, same place, same location that it was where you had FUZE in the upper tab up there. You now have HCA Support. And then once you click on that, you'll get a different page that gives you the option to select between state or public. And this is what it looks like there. So once you click on HCA Support, it'll bring you to this page here. And as SEBB organization, we're talking about school district, charter schools, and public schools, and educational service districts. All of you all would fall under public. So you want to click on public on the left-hand side. So state government are for state employees. So you want to click on this one here to start going into SALT and then creating your account to get into the HCA Support portal. And there's the link there on the bottom of that slide. So once you click on public, it'll bring you to Secure Access Washington. And most of y'all, if not all of y'all, already have a SAW account that you've been using as a benefit admin. You want to go ahead and use that username and that password for your whatever your work email is tied to. So for those new BAs that don't have a SAW account, you want to go ahead and click sign up and create a SAW account and follow the process. It takes you step by step through information you have to put in each field and then create that SAW account.
And one thing I just want to come in and say really quick, like Rob said earlier, just a reminder, you have to go to the BA website, click on HCA Support, click on that public, and then it will route you to SAW. You can't go directly to SAW and log in and add HCA Support as a service within your SAW account, because it is not there to, if the service is not there to be added. You have to click on the HCA Support link, go through public, go through SAW, and then it will route you back to HCA Support. And Rob will show you a live demonstration on that, but I just want to point that out, that you have to click on the link.
And we did ask about that, if they're going to add it as a service. Currently, no, but maybe in the future, I don't know. It could be a month, could be a year. I don't know right now, but when it's added as a service, we will be able to let you know when that's done. So to include, once you submit a request, you're going to be getting a lot of email notifications that are going to keep you up to date on your request that you submitted. So you're going to get a email notification that you submitted a request, and then comments are added on our side and your side. You're also going to get another email notification that a comment has been added. And as you look at the photo on the right-hand side, it gives you a link to the secure portal. And then it also gives you your ticket number right there on both of those. So you won't see a ticket number when the ticket is resolved. So again, you'll get an email notification when a ticket is created or a request is created. A comment is added from either side, either you or from the outreach and training staff. And then once the ticket is resolved, you'll get a final email notification. You may receive two email notifications when a comment is added and showing that it's also been resolved. So I did talk about the link right there that'll take you straight to the secure portal. And then finally, once a request has been resolved, it'll remain in there till 10 calendar days, and then it'll automatically be closed. All right, so once you go through the SAW process and identify who you are, it'll take you to this page here, and then you have an option to make a request or to look at your history of requests that you've opened or closed on the right-hand side. So again, all open requests will be worked in the date the order is received from in our queue. So let's take a look at this. Sarah, can you see the BA website?
Yes.
Okay. So right up here where FUZE used to be, we took that out and replaced it with HCA Support. So as a BA, to create your account, some of you all have already probably have HCA Support accounts already. So you're just going to click on this. And then it's going to give you the public or state government. You're going to click on public. And then it's going to take you to SAW. So you should already have your SAW account. So I'm just going to go ahead and log into SAW. It's going to ask for authentication. So you have the choice to enter your email address and an additional phone number if you wish to do that. And I like to do the phone number because it comes back pretty quick as a text message. And all you have to do is enter the last 5 numbers. I think it's 5 or 6. And then click submit. If you didn't get the code, you can hit resend code. And again, from what I understand, this doesn't really work like it should. So I'm just going to go ahead and click submit. So I'm now in the HCA Support portal as a benefit administrator. So it's going to state my name. It's at the top here. It's going to have a couple of tabs. Right now, I don't think the tour tab is working right now. It states your name, make a request, or you can view your current request, either open or close request. So in this scenario, I'm just going to go ahead and make a request. So I'm going to click here. And it's going to bring me to this page here, and it gives me all these different categories that I could select from. And keep in mind that not only benefit administrators are using this HCA Support, those that are retired and enrolled in PEB retiree insurance, and those that are enrolled in continuation coverage will also be able to create an account and submit requests through using this HCA Support. So you have the option here to either click on one of these categories, and as a benefit administrator, in the upper right-hand corner, you're going to click here. You can click view details, or you can click here as well, public and school benefit administrators only. And if I was a retiree or someone enrolled in continuation coverage, I would click here. So as a benefit administrator for school, I'm going to click here.
And I just want to stress the importance that you select the right category. So you, as a benefit administrator, you always want to click on the benefit administrator inquiry. And the reason for that is because it'll get routed to the correct department. If you accidentally click another one, it's going to take a lot longer for your request to be routed to the correct department and then answered. So be sure you're always clicking on that benefits administrator inquiry to submit tickets.
All right, so it brings me to this page here. And at the top, it has some links here, find tools for PEB and SEBB benefit administrators. And then we're going to scroll down. We have a submit button here. We have a search field here. And as SEBB benefit administrators, I'm going to click on SEBB. And then here, what does your inquiry relate to? You have a drop-down box. So you do have a lot of choices: accounting, appeals. What is your topic about? Is it about eligibility? Is it about an enrollment? Technical assistance? Maybe you got locked out of your account, your SEBB My account, or maybe you request some training from me and Sarah. So, or other. So I'm going to go ahead and hit training requests. And here in this topic, it's pretty much, this is the detail or description of the issue that you're having. So you want to go ahead and type that in, include your signature block at the bottom. And we ask that you also include your phone number and the name of your school district, charter school, or educational service district, because that doesn't come in as your consumer profile. And sometimes it's easier just to pick up the phone and give you a call. I had one the other day. I didn't have the phone number. I had to email the BA and ask for their phone number, and then I was able to pick up the phone. So that's a long process instead of just having your phone number in your signature block. So I'm going to go ahead and type up a detail. You can enter your social security number of the person, the employee that you're referencing to. Okay. And down here, you do have the option to upload 5 documents, and it says 125 megabytes. So 10 megabytes is about 400 to 500 pages. So you have plenty of documents or space, megabytes, that you can upload 5 documents here. And these are the available files here that it'll accept. So I'm going to go ahead and upload a document here. You see where I have my training documents. I'm going to upload another document. All right, so I've uploaded 2 documents. I've in detail explained what the issue is with either an employee, or if you're requesting training, whatever it is, you want to put down as much detail as possible, and your signature block at the bottom, giving us your phone number and the agency that you're with, because some of the email addresses for school district or SEBB organizations is really hard. There'll be 3 letters and you're like, which school district is this? So we'll have to go into SEBB My Account and find out who you're with, and it takes a lot of time. So once that is done, I'm going to click on the submit button. You'll get a pop-up message here saying your request has been received and is being routed to the appropriate team. You'll receive confirmation emails like I was talking about earlier, when you create a ticket, when a comment is added, and when it's resolved. So I'm going to hit got it.
All right. So I am getting in here on my end. And I am responding. Do you want to go to your homepage real quick, Rob?
Yeah. So you do have the option to close the case as well. If you figure it out, you can always go back in here and close it. So under my requests, you could look at open requests. You can also look at any closed requests that you may have.
And I just responded. Do you want to show the email that you get?
I don't have my email open right now.
Oh, gotcha.
I closed it all. I don't want any interference.
But you can see my response right there.
So these are the documents that I submitted with my request. And then this is the outreach and training customer service. This is Sarah today, her response that she just responded to. So you could see, and then you can go back and respond, and it just continues down this ladder here, back and forth of responses if you have to provide more information. And you can just type that right here. And this clip here, I believe that you can add additional documents. If a customer service is asking you, hey, we need the employee's birth certificate or the child's birth certificate, you can click this clip, this paper clip here, and add that, type your message here, and then hit send. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm going to hit send. So you see my comment was added there. There will be an email that you will get, and our customer service will also get. In this case, I received that. And Sarah also got another email notification that I added a comment after her comment. So you'll be getting a lot of email notifications to keep you up to date with your requests. Sarah, is there anything else I need to cover here? Anything
Nope,
else
I
you
don't
want
know
to
if
add?
I don't know if you already showed the, I might have been multitasking. Did you already show where to view past requests and open requests? And how they can toggle between the two?
Oh, okay.
So if you go home.
So if you go, I think I did show that already. You have the drop down here with all my closed requests. And
Yep,
you
so
can
you're
do
able to
search.
search.
Yeah,
Mhm.
you can do search for your closed requests and it'll show all your open requests. As you see, I only have one from this training here. And it's stating the states. You do have different states that they'll change to as closed, open, work in progress, resolved. You'll see the state change as your request is being resolved. And that's pretty much it. Again, you'll get a lot of email notifications keeping you up to date on your requests. Anything else to add, Sarah?
Nope, just to reiterate that we are, like I said, our IT department's working on getting past FUZE incidents over to HCA Support. So if you're not seeing an incident that should have been brought over from FUZE into HCA Support, if you have a pressing matter that you need an answer on, feel free just to make a new request via the way that Rob just showed you. That way you can ensure that we're able to see it. Because it sounds like it's going to be quite the process and it might take all month, this next month, for them to get all of those migrated over. But other than that, I think we're good when it comes to HCA Support, Rob.
Yeah, I noticed when you click on this icon on the left corner, it takes you back to the main webpage for the Healthcare Authority for school employees. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the slide presentation. So let's talk about some upcoming changes because there have been a lot of upcoming changes to include the FUZE going out and then this new one. And we have a video coming out also that'll come out with a Gov delivery on some other changes soon.
Can I address something really quick? Sorry, going back to HCA Support. One thing I will say, if you have a district email where you were utilizing like a group email address, for example, one was just sent in and it was for Spokane schools, they have an SPS benefits at spokaneschools.org. I will say that due to security reasons, our IT department wants everyone to be utilizing their own individual benefit administrator SAW account to access HCA Support. They don't want a SAW account to be created for that group message to allow everyone to access FUZE within your district. Their recommended method is for everyone to create or utilize the SAW account that you use to get into SEBB account as a benefit administrator that has your work email attached to it.
All right, so let's talk about some of the upcoming changes that have come out these last couple of months, and then that are coming out also in a few months that you may or may not be aware of. So I did talk about the open enrollment dates, October 31st to November 22nd for this year. So the first one I want to talk about is this quick reference guide here, SEBB account for employees. So when you get new employees in, trying to log in, create an account, create security questions can be kind of difficult for some employees that don't like using a computer system. So this is a quick reference guide that you could hand them. It'll take them step by step through how to create an account in SEBB account. So it's located down here on the BA website under manuals, under SEBB account, or you can just click on the quick reference guides under the employee checklist. Or under quick reference guide, you'll see the same link down here under employee checklist to get the guide. And you might want to print a couple of copies and let this be part of your new hire orientation. And this is what it looks like here. How to use SEBB My Account for newly hired employees. So the next one is effective June 2nd. You might have heard about this, that now school employees must use SAW to log into their SEBB My account. So there is a multi-factor authentication that they have to now create an account in SAW to be able to log into their personal accounts within SEBB My account. And that was effective June 2nd. And there should have been an email that went out to you that you can forward to your employees on June 1st. And again, this is for more security measures, just like the Navia, more security measures to make sure you're able to verify who you are. So there was a Gov delivery that was sent out in May talking about the Navia changes. Uploading Navia files to SEBB My account has been replaced. Now you're going to create an account on the Navia Benefit Solution Employer Portal, which allows benefit administrators to go ahead and view and edit employee information, add and terminate employees' FSA and DCAP enrollments, securely upload paper forms, and then securely upload monthly payroll files for those payroll personnel. And when you go to SEBB My account and you click on FSA and DCAP tile, you'll get this yellow banner here saying that as of effective July 13th, you now must go through the Navia Employer Portal. And there's a link right there. Or you can find that on the BA website under FSA and DCAP under benefits on the very bottom of that. And just there'll be a black button that you can also find the Navia Employer Portal there. So no longer as of July 13th will you be uploading your payroll deductions in SEBB My account. Another change that's coming up, school employees must create a SAW account to log in their personal Navia account for their FSA and DCAP. And that's effective October 5th. So I know open enrollment's just a couple months away, but it's good to put this out to employees to have them go ahead and start getting comfortable with SAW, logging into SEBB My account, also logging into their personal Navia FSA and DCAP accounts as well. And then we talked about in the last webinar and previous months about how the Healthcare Authority is going to be doing a refresh on their web pages, not just SEBB, but also PEB as well, the employee and the BA website. So this has been postponed till mid-September. So you'll still see the same look that you see on the screen right now. And there is a quick video or tour that's available once you log in that'll take you through how to navigate the new site of the refresh. So since the beginning of SEBB program, we've talked about Alex. We played the funny video back in 2019 that a lot of people liked, a lot of employees were using. As of September 30th of this year, it will no longer be available to school employees. And again, this program was used to help school employees make decisions about which health plans, medical, dental, and vision that would work for them. So the Healthcare Authority is developing a HCA comparison tool, just like the PEB medical benefit comparison tool. And this will be effective 1 October, where employees can go in there and they can select multiple plans and compare those to determine which medical, dental, or vision plan is best for them. It'll do the same thing, kind of like Alex did, except, like I said, it's kind of like the PEB medical benefit comparison tool that the PEB program uses. And there will be a forwardable message that you could send to employees that'll be coming out in a Gov delivery in September. So there is a SEBB My account future reinstatement functionality. So the reinstatement button will be disabled as of today. Is that the end of today, Sarah? Do you know?
No, it took effect last night. So it should be right now.
Okay. Okay. So again, there will be a Gov delivery that'll be sent out with a video link on how to process when you're re-enrolling employees into SEBB benefits. And again, when they're terminated or transferred, you'll see this link here, new message on subscribers employment page when you try to either reinstate someone or transfer them. I think the transfer fields will still be there.
Yep, it will.
So let's take a look at this video here that we had a staff member do. Let me know if you could hear the sound, Sarah.
Hi,
Yep.
my name is Amanda Neville. Some of you may remember me. I am currently working on the SEBB My Account application, and I came here today to talk to you about an update in a functionality within SEBB My Account. So let's jump in. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the reinstate button. Some of you may be familiar with this. Any subscriber that has been terminated within your district or transferred out, if you view their employment tab in SEBB My Account within the same month of their termination or transfer, or the following month after the termination or transfer out, you will see this reinstate button as I'm displaying on the screen. It allows you to reactivate the subscriber and keep them enrolled in benefits. So we are actually going to be removing the reinstate button. What does that mean? So if you have that same subscriber and you have terminated them or transferred them out in error, maybe they submitted their resignation and you went into SEBB My Account and you terminated them, and a few days later they let you know that they would actually like to stay. If you go back into SEBB My Account and you go on to their employment page in SEBB My Account, where you would normally previously have seen that reinstate button, now you're going to see this new message displayed. If this subscriber has been previously terminated or transferred, and their most recent employment record is with your organization. If the subscriber was terminated in error and needs to be re-enrolled without a break in coverage, you just add that subscriber back in like you would a newly eligible subscriber. And you want to use a date of eligibility that's the first of the month following when their coverage was terminated. So what I would like to do is walk through what this actually looks like in SEBB My Account. So I am logged in to SEBB My Account and I am in as a benefit administrator, just like you guys. So I have, we're going to look at our first subscriber here. Let me pull them up. So Daffy here, we're going to use as our first scenario, which is Daffy submitted their resignation, and we are going to terminate Daffy. We will just use June 30 because that was the most recent end of last month. So I'm going to terminate Daffy effective June 30th. I'm going to select terminate coverage here. Now I am going to go back to the employment page. Let's just say fast forward a few days or even 20 minutes later, or in the case of right now, just a few seconds later. I go back to Daffy's employment page. We can see the termination information is entered here and no more reinstate button. We see that new message. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come back up to my add new subscriber button, and I'm going to select add new subscriber. Now I enter Daffy's social security number. And like the message told us, I want to enter the first of the month following that termination. So I put in July 1st. and I select Next. Now we're going to see a message that says record found that can be re-enrolled without a break in coverage. So this tells us we are re-enrolling Daffy, no break in coverage. We're just going to complete that re-enrollment instead of using that reinstate button. We select the claim button. As we always do, we have to go through and complete the required fields. So eligibility reason, eligibility type, the hire date. You can use the original date if you would like, whatever makes the most sense. And we complete submitting Daffy as a subscriber. Once we have done that, I would just like to show you what it looks like. If we come to Daffy's page here, you can see that we have new medical, dental, and vision effective dates, first of the month following when the termination occurred. So in Daffy's case, Daffy did use tobacco, so that's why we're showing a tobacco surcharge here. But otherwise, we are showing that Daffy was re-enrolled effective the first of the month following that termination. So this is when you term an error or just you get a resignation, they come back. However that occurs, that somebody's terminated and they're coming back to your district, they should not have a break in coverage. We have re-added them and claimed their account, and they get re-enrolled with no break in coverage. So that's within your same district. Now, as more often than not happens for most of you, I'm going to go back to my dashboard here and just kind of start with a fresh slate. So a lot of times what happens is we as benefit admins go to add somebody new in SEBB My account, and we see that they are still attached to an old district. They're still working for somebody else. Or we find out that they were terminated, but it's, let's just say, 8/31, they're going to be working with us 9/1, but they were already terminated in the system. So what I'd like to show you now is instead of having to have the previous district go in, reinstate, and then transfer out, we're actually going to cut out all of that work. No more reinstate button, no need to transfer out. We're actually just going to be able to pick up somebody who was already in a terminated state. So I have a subscriber, Brandy Brown. Some of you may know that name. Brandy Brown was working for Yelm School District and was terminated at the end of June. So I, as a benefit administrator for Tumwater, we have just hired Brandy and want to add her to our district benefits. So I'm going to enter Brandy's social security number, and she is starting with us July 1st. So I'm going to hit next. And here I get that beautiful record found that can be claimed as a transfer. So this is letting us know, hey, she's a transfer. She's still going to have benefits that continue on. There's no newly eligible period. Brandy is a transfer from another district. So we get that message letting us know she doesn't get the opportunity to make new enrollments. And we claim Brandy's record here. Again, we complete the required fields. And we're just make sure everything looks good, and we're going to submit and complete adding Brandy to Tumwater School District. Now I will just, again, pull up Brandy to confirm that we see the re-enrollments on the current coverage here. We see 7/1/2022. So we completed that re-enroll, and this was My bad, I did not complete the initial enrollments, so you're seeing defaults, but that does not indicate that she has a newly eligible period, which I will confirm. There is no newly eligible period upon adding somebody and claiming them as a transfer. So this is kind of a quick tutorial on how the new reinstate the reinstate button is no longer in existence in SEBB My Account. And instead, if anybody is terminated and needs to be added back to your same district without a break in coverage, we just use that add new subscriber, add them in like they were a brand new subscriber, and the system will automatically re-enroll them. The same goes for a subscriber who has been terminated in one district, is being added to a new district. We no longer need to go through the process of reinstating and transferring out. The new district can just come in and add them and claim them as a transfer, and the system again will complete the re-enrollment for that subscriber. So if you have questions, please reach out to Outreach and Training as usual. Otherwise, this concludes the update to the reinstate functionality in SEBB My Account. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day.
So that was good information, and a link to that video will be included in a Gov delivery that will be sent out very soon. So let's talk about some reminders.
Real quick, Rob, I just want to say why the reinstate button was going away. I just want to explain that like we did yesterday.
Yeah.
So the reinstate button has gone away now, effective last night. And the reason for that is because it wasn't properly feeding information from SEBB My Account to our backend system called Pay1. It wasn't properly feeding information over, and so it was messing up employees' effective dates, therefore messing up their coverages. And so it was creating a lot of headache, a lot of extra work, and employees, their coverage wasn't being seen correctly by their providers or carriers. So the reason why we took that away is to prevent this from happening. So following this new process, we're hoping that it's going to prevent from effective dates being incorrect, and for carriers and providers to be able to properly see the correct information for employees' coverages.
And to include on top of that, if an employee is transferred to another area to where their benefits or their plans are not available, that would be a special open enrollment, correct, Sarah?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about the reminders, tips, and resources. And then we're going to stay on a little bit at the end if we have questions. So first of all, our first resource is the BA website. I think we've taken a lot of people through this, the new BAs, through our training. And there's the HCA Support. It's located where FUZE is up here. You'll see HCA Support now. And then updating your first day of school no later than August 1st, which is what, this weekend, I think. So you want to do that before you start adding newly hired employees, because that'll affect when their coverage starts at the beginning of the school year. And if you have multiple first day of schools, then you want to enter the latest. For educational service districts, go ahead and enter the first working day in September. And again, this is an annual reminder, so you want to add this to your calendar as a reminder each year. And you don't have to wait till August 1st. If you know when your first day of school is going to be anytime throughout the year, you can just go ahead and change that under the organizational profile.
So just to clarify, your first day of school needs to be updated essentially by today, since today's the last working day in the week. So get in there after this webinar, log into your admin dashboard, go into your organization profile tab, and make sure you get that first day of school updated, because it needs to be done by the August 1st, which is Monday. So here's your reminder to get in after this webinar and get in and change that.
And again, you don't have to wait till August 1st. You can do that in March if you know your first day of school for the new school year. That starts September 1st. And then we are conducting monthly webinars for PEB retiree health insurance. We get a lot of school employees. Is this for me? This school employees and public employees are eligible for. the PEB retiree health insurance, because this program doesn't have a retiree program underneath it. So if you know people that are getting ready to retire, we highly advise that they attend this at least 3 to 6 months in advance, because there's so much information. It's like changing your life. Now you're going to be paying for all your premiums, which could be overwhelming for a lot of people getting ready to retire. So, and we are offering these. You can go to the PEB retiree website and they can register there for one of our webinars that we conduct at the end of each month. We also are going to be providing these webinars in 2023 as well. BA training, again, this is available to all BAs. If you just need a refreshers, or you have a topic that you'd like to cover that you're still unsure about or you don't understand, maybe it might be eligibility worksheets, go ahead and send us a request through the HCA Support application. Attention Outreach and Training request that'll be forwarded to me and Sarah, who are your benefit marketing reps for the SEBB program. And we will get back with you on providing available dates. Put that in your request as well, how many hours you would like to spend, 1 or 2 hours, 3 hours, and the subjects that you would like to cover. Typically, we just do a quick overview of SEBB My Account at the BA website. We'll also go over the HCA Support application like we did today. But if you have individual or certain topic like to discuss, go ahead and put that in your request as well. We are happy to get one-on-one with you all. We'll send you an invite, and then you'll have us one-on-one. So upcoming webinars, our next webinar is next Friday, preparing for the start of the new school year on August 5th. And then our open enrollment webinar that has all the changes for 2023 will be on October 4th. On October 28th, which is tentative still, Navia will be providing an open enrollment webinar on FSA and DCAP. So we do have the medical FSA and the limited purpose FSA. So they'll be presenting, we'll be hosting that. And then open enrollment starting October 31st. So you can go on the BA website under training schedule and go ahead and register for these webinars that are coming up. Again, all webinars that we do are recorded and they're posted under training materials. If you scroll all the way to the bottom under miscellaneous topics, you'll find all of our webinars posted there, just like this one here. So after this webinar, you'll also get a questionnaire, a survey. Please feel free to go ahead and time and answer that. And so subject to that, we'll go ahead and stay on a little bit and answer any questions that you have.
Yes. So Rob, I know you have the dates written down. What is open enrollment again?
October 31st to November 22nd.
Okay, awesome. I need to write that down. So Wanda, it's October 31st is the start of SEBB OE. All right. The open enrollment webinar, I think, is open for registration now. Let me go out there and check.
They normally don't open up that website until around September. The open enrollment website, is that the one you're talking about?
No, the webinar. So right now, what's open for registration is preparing for the start of the new school year. That's next Friday's webinar. And then shortly here in the next couple of weeks, we'll probably post the pre-OE webinar that we'll be doing. The registration will be open. Be sure you're signed up for Gov Delivery, because that's how we communicate when registration opens for our future webinars. Right, I don't see any other questions coming in. Feel free to send in questions. We'll stay on for just a few more moments, and if we get questions, we can answer them. If not, you're free to go. I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Stay cool. I know it's going to be hot where I'm going this weekend, so hopefully everyone's able to stay cool. All right, Rob, I don't see any questions coming in.
Okay, great. You guys have a great weekend, and we will see you on August 5th for the next webinar,
Friday.
next Friday. Yep.
Have a good
Thank you
weekend,
all.
everyone. Thank you.